Hi, I'm Carly Krouse of the Indiana Gazette, and this is the 5th edition of our weekly high school football preview show. This week, we're reporting from Penns Manor High School, where the Comets are preparing for this week's game at Blairsville. All three of the Heritage Conference's undefeated teams play at home this week. The Bobcats are second in the District 6 1A rankings with 590 points, behind only defending state champion Bishop Guilfoyle. Blairsville is second in the area in total defense and scoring defense, allowing less than 14 points per game. The Bobcats' defense gives up just 56.8 passing yards per game and will be tough on a Penns Manor team that has struggled to throw the ball. The two teams' running backs could put on a show in this matchup. Blairsville's Aronde Askew and Penns Manor's Isaiah Scott have paced their respective offenses. Scott has rushed for 444 yards, and Askew is just 1 yard behind him with 443. Ligonier Valley has outscored its opponents 273-12 so far this season in 5 straight routes. The Rams are still 4th in the state 2A rankings and 1st in the district rankings. Ligonier Valley leads the area in total offense, total defense, scoring offense, and scoring defense. Quarterback Colin Smith continues to pick apart his opponents and has passed for 1,086 yards. The Rams play host to West Shamokin this week. The Wolves have won 3 straight after losing their first 2 games of the season. West Shamokin is second in the conference in rushing offense, but is going up against a Rams defense that allows just 60.8 rushing yards per game. Unbeaten Homer Center plays host to United. The Wildcats got past the Comets last week and will take on a United team that has lost 2 straight. The Wildcats moved up to number 6 in the state 1A rankings this week and are 3rd in the district rankings. They've scored 33 points per game. United looks to bounce back after a 57-0 beating by Ligonier Valley. The Lions are last in the conference in total offense, averaging just 170.8 yards per game, but can grind down opposing defenses. In other Heritage Conference action, Northern Cambria travels to Purchase Line for a matchup of 2 teams desperately looking for a win. Northern Cambria has lost 3 straight, but lost those 3 games to the conference's 3 unbeaten teams. But the Colts want to pick up a win to get back on track and prove they're a playoff caliber team. Sophomore quarterback Mark Marino has come on in recent weeks and looks to lead his team to a strong finish. Purchase Line is 1-4, and even though the Red Dragons' offense has been strong, their defense has struggled. They allow 35 points per game and are last in the area with a -8 turnover margin. Quarterback Shamar Campbell has rushed for an area-high 943 yards, and running back Melvin Sanchez is second in the conference with 480 yards. Salzburg is coming off its first win since beating Marion Center in Week 3 of last season. The Trojans play at Marion Center on Friday night, with the Stingers looking for their first win of the season. The 2 teams are last in the conference in scoring offense, both averaging fewer than 12 points per game. In the WPIAL, Indiana has a good shot at snapping its 3-game losing streak and winning for the first time since its season opener. The Indians travel to Ambridge, which is winless in 4 games and has been outscored 186-6. Derry is looking to continue its hot start when it takes on Fraser on the road. The Trojans are 5-0 and off to their best start since 1983. Fraser checks in at 2-2, but the Commodores' potent passing game is cause for concern after Derry gave up 261 yards through the air last week. Apollo Ridge is taking the Dwayne Brown Show on the road for a Saturday night performance. The senior played for the first time last week since returning from a knee injury and scored 5 touchdowns in a romp over Burrell. The 3-2 Vikings face a stiffer test, though, against the 3-1 Rebels and Lionel Deans. The Lionel Express has already rushed for 924 yards this season. In District 9, Punxsutawney is looking for its first win when it travels to 2-2 St. Mary's.